get us started is Logan Cook. And we are underway on a Monday night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Pickett sets up play action. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. The Steelers at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Targets the sideline. He'll complete this pass to Johnson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Match box, right.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Lawrence will throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a give. Running left is Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Harris. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Pickett's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there. Try to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Lawrence to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Pickett to throw on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Etienne once more. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. I'm ready. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here we go! Hey, Alpha!
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, Mike Devin.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Go!
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Chad Muma.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Pickett now on 1st down. Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, here's Harris. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a